Welcome everybody to Find You Fridays. Alrighty, let us get busy with all of our sharing and things that we require to do right now. Alrighty. First of all, let's get this one up. Hello. So over into the comments. Hello. There we go. Chuck that one up there. Of course, if you wish to have an extended reading today, you can feel free to drop in a little donation into that lovely little thank you into that PayPal link. And happy to give you an extended reading tonight. So, look at that. Mel, you're onto it already. Well done. I need my ringtone notifications up just a tiny touch so I can hear them coming through. And thank you. I'm loving it too. It's still at that little bit toofy stage, but we've gone real two-tone today, haven't we? This is awesome. So let me just do this so I'm not better. Gotta love the mirroring screen. That's better. Now I feel like I'm doing things the right way around. But yes, it really brings out the different shapes and the chunks of colors that I've got up there. So happy with it. Really happy. All right. So oh, that's interesting. Let's head over this way so I can get that sharing started out. Oh, that's interesting. I love those moments. Hi, Barry. Mwah. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you. I love you, darling. Dun. All right. Okay, open that up. And let's pin that one up. Fabulous. And now we shall get to a share. Oh, dear me. Oh, yay, it's actually up. Okay. Now, tonight, I'm coming to you from a very yummy space. I have just finished doing some beautiful goddess work today. Like, so many different ways of telling beautiful goddess. And it is just, I'm humming. I'm going to put it that way. Humming. Inside, outside, all around the sides. And how does it get any better and more delicious than that, hey? So very much where I am at right this very moment. How has your guys' week been? How has it been with the full moon this week? Have you enjoyed the full moon? Have you gone, oh my God, what the what the hell happened this week? Or have you been like me and gone, wow, what a flippin' week, and I'm so happy that I've had it. I certainly know that this week has struck me sideways in so many ways, and let's just say this goddess is one very happy little goddess right now. She has a place to live. She has lots of yummy people in her life. She has, healing work happening. She has you guys. How could I be any like, how could I be unhappy with you guys in my world? Like, seriously, beautiful, beautiful. Yours was puffy on Wednesday when you had it cut right. Nice. Oh dear. Like, I see, Melinda. I see. Good old dads, hey? Catherine, so lovely to have you in the group. So, of course, we've got over this next week, we're sort of in that in-between time of being not in a full moon, not in a new moon. So this is kind of like the breathing space time. Perfect time for me to get a haircut because it's the slowing down of energies. So for your hair, your lovely hair, it actually means that your hair growth slows down. So after the full moon is actually a beautiful time to get your hair cut. Who knows? And after the new moon, all the energies is ramping up again. So this happens within the gardening season as well. It happens. So if you're gardening to the moon, you'll know that certain things should be planted between a full and a new, and the other things should be planted between a new and a full because of the slowdown or the growth phase, depending on what is required for that particular plant. So in the old days, they used to do that a lot. They used to have, I remember as a kid, there was calendars that had the cycles of the moon and what was good to plant. So it's not that ancient knowledge. It was, I mean, it's within my lifetime, and I'm not ancient. I might be to the little kids, but I'm certainly not ancient. Yeah, the hairdo, it's a lot shorter out the back this time. So good. So good. Looking forward to just doing this a lot more. Just like, flying free, letting all of that energy out my back of my head instead of getting trapped there with my hair ties or anything like that. It's so good. And I can still put my fringe up and stuff. So happy days. Anyway, that's enough hair talk for today. All right, so let's have a look at how can we best work with these in-between energies, these slowing down energies. One of my beautiful sister goddesses out there in the world, she's someone who's really, really up with the astrology and stuff, and she's like, let me know about things like we've got lots of retrogrades and 5 retrogrades or something. There's just lots of stuff that happens in July. So don't be surprised if there are a lot of shifts and changes happening in your world at the moment. You might be finding that relationships are coming and going, friendships, workmanships, all sorts of things. You might find that a lot of points of views and belief systems that are yours, that not yours, but you've taken on board, coming up to be cleared and cleansed. Don't be surprised. You might feel quite uncomfortable about it, and that's okay too. So let us have a look at the energies next week and see what we are heading for and how we can best work with these energies. So let me just jump into, because I haven't got as you can see, things are a little bit different around me again. I've moved closer to the Wi-Fi, so hopefully we will have a little bit more steady connection tonight. All right, so 7-day reading from the 8th of July through to the 14th of July. Oh, okay, here we go. Let us see for the collective, how can we best work with these energies? Ooh. Wow. Cool. This week's going to be really yummy for a lot of us. Okay, so the first card that we've got is gentleness. All right. So obviously be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. Okay. So with the gentleness, so we have inherently been trained really harsh, especially on ourselves. We have been trained to judge ourselves so harshly, and that really sucks on so many levels. And so when something good comes into your life, you start going, is this actually true? Could it actually be something that is actually going to contribute to my life? When's the next shoe going to fall? When's it going to turn to shit? When is, and you're just constantly waiting with bated breath going, what? But that's the judgment. That's your fears. That's your ego. That's your stinky, thinky mind working. So that's not the gentleness that's going to be required this week. So if you're finding this week that a lot of moments where you're feeling really tight, tense, and full of fears, just take a moment and have a look. Are those fears actually real? Or is it false evidence appearing as real? Because it's quite likely to be the latter and not the former. I'll tell you a little bit about a dream I had, but once we've finished this little reading, so that then you can get some comprehension as how this is has shown up in my world this week. So be more aware and conscious and conscientious of where you're spending your time with this week. If you can, make sure that you're spending time with gentle people rather than the harsh ones in your world. Okay, the next card that we've got is Clear Sentience. Okay, so this is, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings. So how does your body receive these things, these energies and these feelings? So they signify divine guidance. So your body is constantly aware of the energies around it, and it tells you different things. It's kind of like a radio receiver where it's constantly receiving all the different frequencies, and then it's up to us to take the time to figure out those frequencies are for us. If they're not for us, whether we pay attention to them or whether we ignore them. So be very aware that you, this week in particular, and the next card backs this up, you will be way more sensitive and aware on a physical sense to other people's stuff. So every time you feel an ache, a pain, a headache, a tension in your body, ask, truth, is this mine? And if it's not yours, it'll feel really heavy. Really heavy. It'll feel like even heavier than what the original feeling was. And so you go, oh, okay. You can either return it to senders with consciousness attached, or you can just let it go to the universe or to Mother Earth, whatever works for you. And that way, it's just like you're being aware of it, but you're not making it a reality in your world and not taking it on as yours. Okay. As energetic healers, we should be reasonably practiced about being aware when stuff is not ours. But sometimes we get caught. And so this week in particular, be very aware your body's going to be more sensitive to other people's energies, maybe than usual. Okay. The next one we've got is literally sensitivity. So you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So this is where we've got to take it back to us. Okay, so it's like, okay, that's not mine. I release that now. Thank you. And then take it back to your body and go, thank you, body, for showing me that you're aware of those energies. Is there anything else that you require right now? And if it goes, no, that was it. Cool. And you say thank you again, and you keep going with your day. All right. So that's my handy hint for dealing with that. We've got to keep being gentle and kind to this beautiful, amazing, magical, potent vessel that is your body. The next one we've got is clairaudience. So we're getting a couple of the clairs today. And this is about noticing the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So loving guidance, I would be very aware of when people are lovingly coming to you from a space of their fear. They put their opinions across to you as if they love you, because they do, but it's coming from this fear space rather than the space of allowing you to be confident in what you're choosing. So just be mindful of that and have the strength to say thank you, I love you, and move on. If you have to tell them to stop, it's okay. You're allowed to do that too. It's like, and that'll be enough. Thank you. I'm good. And they may say to you, but I'm really worried about you. And you can say, that's okay. You're allowed to be. But trust me, I know what I'm doing this time. So it's okay to feel like that. And it's okay to say, thank you for your opinion. I love you too. Now what shall we talk about? And change the topic. Or, you can be a little bit more subtle than that. But yeah, change the topic back onto something with them. Is that kind of beautiful being? You can change that. You can jump it back to them and they'll talk about it for ages. The last card that we've got for today for the weekly reading is another clear, but a different kind of clear. It's clear your space. So get rid of the clutter, clear the energy around you, and use your feng shui. So clearing the energy around you can be using your Palo Santo. It can be using your sage if that's what you're into. You can use your selenite if that's what you can work with. Like if you're living in a place that you can't burn things, using selenite will work really, really well as well. And you use it the same way as you would the others, like a bond, right? So it's really cool how you can do that even with selenite. Clearing your space, making sure you're getting onto things like your vacuuming. And I know it all just seems very mundane, but I tell you what, if you've been sort of letting some of your housework slide because it's cold and it's wintry and all the stuff, if you get to and do it, you'll feel a million times better because your house will be lighter. And doing the clearing of the energies, if you guys have had people in your home that have been, a bit of trauma or drama, clear the energy out. Use your clearing tools, use your Palo, use your sage, use whatever works for you. Some people just use energy work. Some people use Reiki. Some people use theta healing. There's a lot of different ways. Some people just use prayer. There's a lot of different ways that you can clear the energy of your space. So there we go. So that's the week ahead. Be gentle with you. Be aware of your clears. Your body's going to be a bit more sensitive to the energies and people around you. You're going to be hearing things a little bit more clarity this week, and make sure you're clearing away any old dense energies that are no longer required. Alrighty, I hope that helps everybody. Okie dokie. So, my dream that I had. This is a nice little dream about fear. So, I had this dream that I was driving my car. I have a hatchback, and I was driving my car, and it was all full of my stuff, and not my work stuff, my personal stuff, and full to the very, inside. It was like packed. And I drove up, and then I drove around down into this residential street, but it was like a dead-end street or a cul-de-sac. And all of a sudden, I stopped in the middle of the street. I hopped out of my car and the door of my hatchback, my boot, was gone. It was like it had been sheared off at the hinges. And I'm like, oh my God, where the hell's the door of my boot gone? And I was like, oh no. And I'm looking at the hinges and I'm like, how the hell did that happen? Like, this is ridiculous. And I was getting really, really upset about it. And then all of a sudden I was distracted by this little side street that had a Mexican themed street party happening. They had all the sombreros and they had the tacos and the burritos and they had the Mexican music and the chili and all the things happening. And so I moved down towards that. And then I saw one of my workmates, and I'd gone into this house, random house, and my workmate saw me and looked at me, and I went into a room with her, and she said, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm not. And then I burst into tears. She hugged me, and then the dream ended. And I'm like, okay, this is a bit funny. So I was awake enough to remember everything that had happened. And so I pulled out, and this is a process that I mentioned last week, and this is it in action. So I pulled out the Gestalt dream analysis tools, and I identified a couple of the main characters that were in, or aspects in my dream, was the car itself and the boot. The Mexican street party didn't really feature, because it was like the main part of the trauma was that first part. So I decided to relive the dream, or retell the dream from the car, from the perspective of the actual car. And what became clear was when I hopped out of the car and looked across the top, what was there were these two little elementals. And these little elementals, little tricky buggers, had T-shirts on. And these T-shirts had the word F.E.A.R. across their shirt. As we know, false evidence appearing real, right? And they are putting their little magics on the car and the bonnet, the boot door, to make it appear as if it's not there. And they're giggling and squealing, and they're thinking it's a right old hoot, because I couldn't see that it was still there. I thought it had gone, but it wasn't. And what I realized was that my fears about what was coming up in the future were playing tricks with my head and my heart, and preventing me from seeing the truth of what was actually really. That I am complete, all within myself. Everything that I have, I am complete. That's why all my possessions were inside my car, because it's like, you are full, you are complete, you are okay. That everything in the car is still there. And as soon as I acknowledged and saw those little elementals, I was able to just go poof, poof, and fluff them away. And they were like, wee, like little cartoons. And then there was the little sparkle in the distance as they disappeared. So this is what I'm saying around fears and things that are coming up to be cleared right now. And if you have the courage to look at your fears and see them as being pretty much insignificant in a lot of ways, you'll have a much easier time making choices and decisions and all of that sort of stuff. All right, so that's story time. Hope you enjoyed that. It was a funny dream to have, and it really actually helped me out in a lot of ways. So Melinda, my darling, I see that you've popped through a beautiful donation for this first week. I'm very, very grateful. What would you like me to have a look at, please? Pop that in the chat if you wouldn't mind. I would be very, very grateful while I pour my tea. Tonight, I am drinking a wild apple and cinnamon, I think it is. Yep, wild apple and cinnamon from Puka. It feels good. And I'm trusting that the weather is going to play nice because we know what happens to my internet. Okay, general reading. What a surprise. All right. All right, who wishes to come and play? Okay. All right, so just while I'm shuffling these cards for Melinda and asking and having her team step in, let's all take a really big deep breath in. All the way down to the bottom of your belly and breathing out. And breathing in and out. And this time bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. And now Father Sky energy all the way down. And now expanding out your awareness. This is for everybody, not just Melinda. Expanding out your awareness beyond this planet, beyond the solar system, beyond the galaxies, beyond the universes, beyond wherever you've been before. Beautiful. And now expanding out your allowance beyond the planet, beyond the solar system, beyond the galaxies, and beyond your awareness. Thank you. I just realized something before I go any further. There was one little share that I have not done yet. Funny. How could I have forgotten? There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So talking about sensitivities, Melinda, how's your stomach? Because I'm getting a lot of tummy quirks right now. Be very aware. You might find some hidden gluten this week. Now, this week hasn't come out in jolly long time, but I'm not surprised that it is today because of what I've been doing today. I've had a beautiful, beautiful goddess day. I got to catch up with, oh my Lord, one moment. Gotta love it when that happens. I got to catch up with not one, but two goddesses today. Well, three if you count my hairdresser. Doing some really, really lovely things today. I did a bit of energy healing work, did some catching up. It was so, so good today. That one, okay, cool. Always a bit of a surprise when this particular deck comes out to play. But we got a nice, we got one that's going to be a little bit easier. It's like I love holding you in suspenders, you know. Okay. Cool. So this is actually the first card that I'm going to talk about. So we've got the Dark Moon card, and this is from the Sacred Cycles deck. So I am a creator being. The Dark Moon opens up opportunity to explore a blank slate somewhere in your life. Within the darkness of the void, there is fertile ground for a seed to be planted. So what seed do you hope to plant right now? Before the moon can begin to grow anew, before an oak can sprout an acorn, you must call forward the vision of each of these to their fullest expression. Now is a time for dreaming, a time to tap into your highest potential, whether this is through your favorite divination practices, journaling, making a vision board, or meditating. Your channel is open to receive the insights that will inspire this next phase of your growth. As you dream, vision, and dance your way toward divining what the next sacred cycle may look like for you, know that the space you are in now holds the most vibrant and exuberant version of your wishes. Let your imagination and hopefulness run wild here, knowing there is nothing to fear in the darkness. How interesting. The fear thing has come up again. Journal prompt, where in my life am I ready to start anew? So, sounds like you've got some journaling to do. And along with that, to support that particular, yes, exactly. If you were home, I would have caught up with you too. Would have been happy to. We've got orange. Okay, so we've got nurture yourself. And I'm also getting that this is also to do with your sacral chakra. So grab those crystals that are going to be of the most nurturing to your sacral chakra and have them on you. Now, I actually was sent something this week around this sort of thing. So let me just grab that up because this will give you some more insights. Screenshot. Where are you? Oh, no, I didn't screenshot that one. I emailed it. Or did I screenshot it as well? No, I just emailed it because it was an email. Right. Okay, so your sacral chakra is, and you're a real crystals person, so you should be able to handle this one quite easily. So citrine, carnelian, tiger's eye, amber, argonite, calcite, and moonstone. So all of those particular crystals have the resonance of like 480, which is your sacral chakra. So this particular week, have some focus on your sacral area, and don't be surprised if there's some stuff that comes up around that as well, okay? The next card that we've got for you is chocolate, which is nourish your body and soul. So you're being told to nurture yourself and nourish yourself. So everywhere that you're being really harsh and hard and taking on other people's points of views about you and judging yourself and having that negative self-talk going on, please stop. Please stop taking other people's points of views about you that are not nourishing and nurturing to you. This is the time for you to really step into your own potency and your own power as a divine goddess that you are, and allow yourself the space to really be kind, remembering that the weekly reading too was saying the same thing. You're going to be really sensitive to other people's energies and things like that. So this is adding to that reading too. All of these things, having a look at what seeds you wish to plant and where do you wish to grow, change, develop. Look at what things you're wishing to bring into your life, nourishing yourself, nurturing yourself. This is all going to create a lot of mental clarity. Okay, so developing your mental clarity using the purple color will also assist you. And at this point, I'm also tapping into are you getting a bit of headaches and stuff at the minute? Because if you are, I know it's probably been a long time since you've run your bars, or had your bar on rather. What you can do is, before you go to sleep tonight, spend about 5 minutes on your implant band. Just put your hands behind your ears, right? And spend about 5 minutes there. And if you don't fall asleep, good work. And then come up to our little happy, joy, and sadness bars and your healing bars, which is there. Okay, so that one and that one. Both sides of the face. That's one of the ones that are coming up for me to tell you about. Ask them to run them for about 2 minutes until there's no longer any pressure up there. And I can actually run on myself my full set of bars in about, I think I only do that for like three minutes maybe, 5 minutes max when I'm doing my own. But then I can do the whole lot in about 10 minutes. So get your chart out if you like. You do have to sort of work your fingers a slightly different way, but these two here are what are really pinging to tell you about. Your next card that you've got, didn't mean to do the fingers to you, sorry about that, is Jade. We love Jade, don't we? We love Jade, which is about taking action. So it is time for you, love. You cannot hide anymore. You cannot hide behind excuses or stories or I can't because no. The universe, your team is saying it's time to take action now. And everywhere that you're stopping yourself, like you take a few steps forward and then these points of views, these belief systems sitting in the back of your head, whether you've picked them up recently or way back in childhood about what you can and can't do, whether you've picked them up from an ex-partner or old workmates or not really mates if they're being nasty to you. But all these things that are just little roadblocks, your team's saying, please stop listening to them now. Let them go, process them, release them, write them down, burn them, stomp on them before you burn them. Do whatever you've got to do to let those points of views and beliefs, those roadblocks go, because now's the time to take action. Be surrounded by all this nurturing, nourishing energy, but it's time to really start moving forward, okay? And the next card that we've got for you is Lemon, which is access innovative thinking. So you're going to have to get out of your old thinking patterns. They're asking you to shift how you think and be aware of the thought patterns and processes that you've used that are not creating more in your world. So ask more questions. Ask open, expansive, creative questions, not why questions, because why questions are not expansive. They're contractive questions. So if you would like to know from yourself, why am I choosing this? You can also say, for what reason am I choosing this? if that's a question that you're after asking, for what reason am I choosing this? Then you'll start getting awareness rather than story. So you'll get the energy of it, you might get the words, you might get flashbacks of a certain time. And if it comes back to childhood stuff, what I would suggest is do that inner child work. Identify who you are at that age. Like, what age are you when that stuff came up? And imagine yourself with the little version of you having that conversation, going, hey, little Melinda, why are you so angry right now? What's upsetting you? And she'll tell you. She won't realize who you are, but she'll tell you. She'll know that you're someone to be trusted. And it's funny because when we do this kind of work, the interesting thing is that because of the level of vibration that we are now, when we tap into our little selves, we would appear to them like guardian angels. That's a bit freaky, isn't it? But it's because our vibration is higher than what theirs was, right? So as we come in and we tap into that time, we come in with all experience, all the knowledge, all of the things that we've gained for ourselves and remembered. And we're coming back to that little child who has chosen to forget all of that beautiful knowledge, the access to their Akash, all of that stuff. So we are literally tapping in and being their guardian angels. We are our own guardian angels to our little one. How cool is that? So inner child work is coming up. Now for your yummy card, who would like to come out? Ooh, the cards are really liking you today. They really, truly are. Hum, hum, hum. Okay. Who wishes to come and play with Melinda for the next week or so? This does not surprise me at all. You got a blessing of the Butterfly Queen. Now, isn't she just absolutely stunning? If you could be in fairy form, this is how I would see you too. So let me just check. So number 3. Let's see what she has to say. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to hold that there so you can really tune into her energy. So the fairy gift of graceful change and transfiguration. How cool is that? To you is granted the fairy gift of transformation and change. Your life is rebecoming, and all obstacles will be broken through until you take flight into the life you have recreated so courageously. The fairies are gifting you with all you need to move through a time of great expansion, change, growth, and tumult with integrity, grace, and tenacity. Your time to be reborn is approaching, and the Butterfly Queen will be with you as you transform and reshape your life. As you change, even when you struggle at times, you will inspire and grow and rework your life in magical ways. The ancient caretakers of the planet are the Fae, and their presence will be with you as you transform. You have beauty, and your presence will be bright and joyful, bringing so much to others, but most of all, bringing a deep contentment and fulfillment to yourself. Focus on all you wish to see, grow, and become more at this time. And know with great and firm conviction that you are blessed and beloved and precious human child. See if she has any. Oops, that's it. So there we go. Yaha. So during this space of nourishing, nurturing, developing, being, the butterfly that's ready to open up, you can call on the butterfly queen to help you, to guide you through this stage too. So call on her in your meditation, call on the butterfly fairy queen, and she will be able to assist you with guiding you and being a part of your team for the next week or so. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Melinda, for your donation. Thank you, because of course as well as most others here, what will create more in this world, and that is by being kind and generous. So every donation that goes through to my PayPal, they get tallied up, and at the end of the month, they get donated towards a worthy cause or individual or something like that. So this last month, it went towards a group that does a lot of work similar to like the Women's Refuge, and it is set up by mums for other mums to work with them and helping them secure food, clothing, things that little kids need, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I know, right? There was a lot there. How does it get any better? So yes, thank you. Alrighty. So, hi, Yele. Tuning in from New Zealand. How cool is that? I appreciate you. I assume you're in New Zealand at the moment. You have been traveling a little bit, haven't you? All right. Just because I feel inspired, I'm going to give you a 2-card reading on this one. Unless we've had any other donations coming through. Let me just double check. That's it for now. Okay, so which is cool. That was me saying to my beautiful Wi-Fi, come on, you can do it. It's okay. Aw, you're just a little bit cheeky. I like it. All right, I'll give you a proper reading. Nice long one. Oh, dear. An extended reading for Yele, please. Yele, there's some really interesting pressure happening under my ribs. it's like, think heart area, but ribs. And it's just kind of like pressure pushing outwards from the inside. Not sure what that means at this stage. I'm asking your team for more clarity. Because it's a bit higher than the diaphragm and the lungs, but it's a bit lower than the heart area. It's kind of like in that in-between space. It's like in there. So I'm just asking what that's all about. Good to know. Sometimes it's the simplest of things, right? But no, it's more than that. So where are you allowing, what are you trying to stuff down? What are you pushing down away from your heart space? It's like you're pushing it to between the two chakra, between your solar plexus and your heart chakra. Like, what are you compressing in there that if you allowed it to roam free and be able to flow with ease up and out, would create so much more freedom and ease in your life? And if you're not willing to have that much freedom and ease with this energy that's being suppressed, where does that lie? What lifetime does that belong to? And are you willing to heal it yet? These are the questions I'd be asking around that one. Okay. This one here is an interesting reading because I'm like, you're going to look at this and go, yeah, duh. Because I know I'm looking at this going, yeah. So, of course, we've got Earth Angel. You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. So, along with that, what is your version of love that you're teaching? Because this next card gives us a bloody big clue for those of you who don't know Yulei. Singing and dancing. So you're singing and dancing. Express yourself, awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Movement, especially the movement I'm hearing. It's like, it's not just enough to be singing and creating the music. It's about the movement too. So there is definitely some aspects of movement of the body which is going to help move this energy that you've got stuck between the chakra up and out. Even this, if this is just for you, okay, it's not necessarily about teaching, but it is definitely about the movement. They just keep showing me you have to move your body a lot more, but it's not about going for a run or doing a big hike or something like that. No, they're asking you to move your body sensually. And it's not about moving it for the element of sex or anything like that. It's about really coming to the feminine spaces within and allowing your body to move and shift and squeeze and relax and, you know, do that real beautiful conscious dance movements. That's what it's really asking for. It's not about doing necessarily yoga. That can help, but this isn't what it's your body's asking for. It's the music as well, but it's like there's some playlists on Spotify around conscious dance, and that's just allowing your body to move as it desires to move. And without the rigidity of it being a particular movement class or anything like that. That's what your body's asking for. Man, I'm just releasing energy for you. You're welcome. All that movement is helping. Yeah, we've got some crystals here. So it's time to draw on those energies of the crystals to support you. So it'll be looking at, how funny that this email came through this week. Let's see if I can jump back to it. Okay. The one that you will be looking at. That one. So let's have a look at maybe the ones that cross over between the heart and the solar plexus, see if there's any there. So the solar plexus, which is the frequency of 528. So you've got amber, carnelian, calcite, sunstone, agate, tourmaline, lemon quartz, and pyrite. And the heart, which is 594 hertz, is rose quartz, jade, rhodonite, aventurine, and peridot. So no, I'm not seeing any crossing overs, but start working with those crystals to help from above and below. Okay. Talking about all this dance movement, we've got release as your next card. Oh, you're funny. Work with Archangel Michael to let go what no longer serves you or your purpose. So all of those that you've got sitting just below your heart there that are stopping that from moving forward, it's time to release them, let them up, let them go, do some chakra work, do some flow work, allow that beautiful magical music that you create to start really deeply contributing to your body in a way that probably you haven't allowed it to before because you've been too busy thinking about what you're doing. So something, maybe your music is very powerful and potent. You know that. How often do you really sit back and receive your own music, your own magic, and just be present with it, not from a critical point of view, not from a, oh, how could that sound better? What could I have done differently? All that sort of production point of view. Come back and just receive your own magic. How often do you do that? The next one is mediumship. So you have the natural ability to connect with the departed loved ones. Is this something that you're trying to push away? Is this something that kind of gives you a bit of the like, yes, I know, but I don't really want to go there? Because at the moment, thank you for confirming about the music. Yeah. These capacities are starting to come through a lot more because it's about our psychic connection to the collective. And our past ones, our deceased loved ones, are indeed part of the collective. So that, yeah, I know you're laughing. That is something that they're asking for you. Your team, which may or may not include your ancestors, as you know, are asking you to re-embrace more of, please. More. And just when you think you've done enough, no, more than that, please. So let's see, who else would like to give Adelaide a message? Oh boy. Oh boy. We're getting all the really super yummy cards coming out today. Must be because I'm in a super yummy space. Yeah, you don't have to be worried about them. If it gets too much, you can ask them to back off a little bit, but your capacities with mediumship are going to start coming through a lot more loudly and a lot more clearly. Especially in your group work stuff. Okay. Oh, cool. I don't usually use my books this much, but it is today. So this is from the Secret Language of Light deck, and let me see if I can get that. That's alignment. See all the details there. Isn't that beautiful? These cards are very, very, I like to say, zingy. They hold a lot of, for me anyway, they hold a lot of potency. And when they come out to play, which is not very often at all, I think maybe I've had them out maybe once or twice since this podcast began. So that gives you some idea of where you are at in this big old game. So a covenant of mind, body, and spirit. This is why I'm holding it up for you so that you can really get it. Okay. Your soul is your biggest fan. It knows the truth of you and loves you unconditionally. It is continuously streaming this information to you. To tune in, your mind, body, and spirit must all agree in the now. Do this by meditating, focusing on your soul name, enjoy something you love, or having a nap. I like that last one. It is not up to your soul to zap you into alignment. Its job is to maintain your soul station so you have a frequency to tune into. The nature of physical life is to spread and is to create and expand. Sometimes life experiences will pull you out of alignment so you can understand these experiences from a different angle. When you are out of alignment, you will automatically ask questions and want to create something different. Through this process, you gain clarity about your passions. Being out of alignment can feel awful. It is easy to blame a person or situation when we feel bad, but instead of asking why something is happening, take a breath, return to neutral, and ask, what can you create from this situation? And remember, your soul is a consistent, loving home you can return to always. For your inspired reflections and actions, enlightenment or alignment is when your thoughts, words, and actions are in harmony. Okay. Practice unconditional love. If you notice someone is out of alignment, check that you are in alignment and then send healing light from your heart to theirs. Let go of any outcome. If you feel out of alignment, take a moment to realign and connect with your true self. You may have to break a conversation to do this. I find the most comfortable way is to tell others I am going to the toilet and show others the shift in you. Lead by example. For your journal work, write down a list of images or words that automatically connect you to inspired, enlightened feelings you can recall at any time. When you focus on these words, you are aligning with your soul truth. When you are not in alignment, it is up to you to change that. Only you can realign yourself. So there we go. You got to get rid of your blocks. That's stopping that energy from moving around. draw on these energies of the crystals that are going to help support you. You've got to release the stuff. Being that you've just come back from homeland, don't forget to destroy and uncreate your relationships with your family and all the friends and things over there, so that you can start fresh. Bring yourself back to you. Pull that energy so that you're not scattered as such. And another way of looking at it is every time we have a heartfelt interaction with someone, we quite often are leaving a little bit of our soul, a little bit of a fragment of our energy with them. So when we do some deep healing work, when you're hopping into your meditation space, you can bring those little pieces of your being, of your soul fragments back, those little energies points back to you. Okay. So that you're not sort of like all up in their spaces and all. Alrighty, thank you for your donation. Thank you for allowing me to bring these cards out tonight. It has been an absolute gift to have them come through tonight. So thank you for that. I hope that helps for you. I appreciate you very much, and please get onto that conscious dance stuff. It's really going to help move that energy through your body. I have moments where I actually listen to the conscious dance soundtracks when I'm doing my cleaning, because of course I have a daytime job as a cleaner, and it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. I do have to be mindful sometimes to make sure that I'm in a not too tender a spot while I'm listening to it, just in case it brings up some energies of sadness. It's the last thing I want to do is be cleaning somebody's shower and crying. But it is what it is. All right, my loves, I can hear that the rain is being a bit of a hoo-ha. So I'm going to do a quick round of gratitude poems. So even if you've had a reading tonight, I'm more than happy for you to please put in the first number that pops into your head between 1 and 88. Do that now, please. Alrighty. Beautiful. Way to go, Melinda. First one came off the rank. Well done. Thank you. 43. It's a different number for you. Okay. So, paths and fate. After all these years, could it be so? Could I still be in love? The ache in my heart says yes. The voices around me say it would be a mistake. But then I've always made my own way. I have loved another so completely, but still I love you. We have both grown in our feelings, minds, and wisdom, and once again our paths have crossed. This time, I think we need to do something to put my heart at ease. Fate is trying its hardest to push us together, and sometimes it's best to flow freely with fate. I have come to a place of peace in my life, of understanding and of patience. I feel that you have too. This may be a sign that at last we are ready for each other, and that this world and the people in it are ready for us. Are you busy looking to the past and trying to relate it? Because if you are, I'm going to say, think twice. So this could be an energy of the past that you're trying to recreate, because it's like that's what you're familiar with. So what I would suggest is, because this is a poem about my first love. So I'm going to tell you the little bit that is at the end here. It goes, well, that first love pops up again and once again disappeared, not to resurface for another 8 years. So this was somebody that kept popping back up into my world 3 times, 4 times as it turned out, till I finally went, yeah, no, enough's enough. Not choosing that anymore. So where are you choosing to recreate something, the energy of something that is no longer a contribution to you? Have a look at that. And the other thing, and let it go. Do some release work. Get ready for it for the next new moon. Okay. And start looking really deeply, being really deeply honest with yourself, because if you're still trying to recreate those old energies, this new yummy person that is waiting for you, and as the universe is like pulling all the strings together for you, can't come in, because you've got this filter of the old sitting there. So you're going to have to let all of that go. Okay? The other thing I would suggest for you, Melinda, is write down a list of all of the attributes of your most compatible partner, life partner. Write down the things that you would like them to have, not what you don't want them to have. And if you are tempted to say, I don't want them to be alcoholics, for example, so you could say, I wish them to have a body that is free from alcohol or only drinks minimally. Yeah. Okay. That's so it's a very, very potent time right now for writing those kinds of lists. Keep it simple and make sure that you are being specific enough without putting too much fluff around it and other people's points of views on it and what you should or should not be having right now. Okay. You're welcome. Okie dokie. Interesting. What the hell happened this week? Or oh dear, that's funny. Okay, I'm not seeing who that person is. Okay, who's asked for number 24? I've got a Facebook user, but I can't see who that is. Would that be Catherine? Catherine, have you chosen 24, darling? You're welcome, Melinda. My pleasure. So while that Facebook user that chose 24, can you just let me know who you are? Because I'm not seeing it on the community page. It's obviously choosing to be a bit funky dunk for me. Haha, it is Catherine. Awesome. Cool bananas. Okay, Catherine, I gotcha. Cool. Thank you. 24. 54. Just had to reload the page. That helps. Okay, Catherine. The entanglement. As I get tangled deeper into the web of love, the overwhelming feeling of sadness covers me. I need you to be near. I cry these tears, and although they are in sadness, they are for the love that I feel for you. Sometimes you question if I really do love you. These tears aren't fake, and neither are my words. This web which is being woven around my heart is especially for you and me, and no matter how far apart we are, I know that we'll be thinking of each other in that special way that only a couple can. Whoa. This one is a really interesting one, and what I'm seeing here for you, Catherine, is there's a book I spoke about over the last couple of weeks. I haven't got it right here in front of me, but it's called Attached. And if you haven't got it yet, please get it. It's got like these two magnets that are sitting in a heart shape on the front. It's a white book. You can pick it up from Audible. You can pick it up from Kindle. If you're here in Australia, I can't remember if you are. You can pick it up from Big W. It's only like $16 at Big W here in South Australia, at least. If this poem is resonating for you, like you're feeling like you're with someone and you feel like you just want to cry a lot, and you're feeling really lost and alone when they're there or when they're not there, and you're feeling, sort of a little bit on edge, there's a really good chance that you might have an anxious attachment style. And with an anxious attachment style, we make some interesting choices around partners, around relationships, around friendships, around work relationships that other types of attachment styles don't make. And with this book, it'll give you a lot of insight as to how to best work with that, to become more consciously aware of why you're choosing to do things that you're doing and why you're choosing to. It's okay if you're single. You can still feel these things, okay? So this is a perfect time for reflection, for healing, for growth. You may be feeling some elements of abandonment or rejection and stuff like that. These are all things that are coming up right now to be healed and cleansed and cleared. Please still get that book. The more that you can learn about your own psychology and the reasons why you do things the way you do, the more strong you will become, the more potent you'll become, and then you'll make really incredible choices moving forward. Okay? So I invite you to get that book and do some deep work with you. That particular poem told me a lot of where your heart space is. Like, you've got so much love to give, so much. And I know it hurts. It hurts to have that much love and not be able to send it anywhere. But you can. You can send it down to the earth. You can send it, up to the farther sky. You can send it out to your loved ones. But this is a time of really awesome expansion for you too. And you may even find that there's some beautiful course corrections going on right now, whereby you might feel like you're a bit off your path, or it might be feeling a little bit tensiony. It's okay. All this stuff is just giving you a little bit of a nudge back to where or forward rather, giving you a bit of a gust of wind, pushing you to the path that you're meant to be on. Okay? And thank you for clarifying about your being single. All right, Edwina. Lovely to have you with us, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Watching for someone, for something, because you're bored, because you're thinking, but always watching. Going into a daze, can't hear anything, don't notice, don't care, focused on nothing, seeing through everything, absolute, indefinite. I sense that you're doing a lot of reflective work at the moment. Keep going. Seeing through the webs of lies and deceit, the smokes and the mirrors. You're very finely tuned to do that right now. Keep going. Keep going and doing what you're doing. And even though sometimes some of the information and awarenesses we receive is like, oh my God, I can't believe I've just seen, or like, surely not. Trust what you perceive as true and just file it away. Don't make it too terribly significant. Just file it away and go, okay, thank you. Thank you for showing me that. Next. And just be in that space of allowance for whatever you're perceiving and receiving right now, because it's all pretty bloody awesome. And it's going to give you a lot of information and awareness for your next steps, which are coming pretty soon. But it's like just breathing through it and just watch, because there's some pretty big stuff happening right now, and in your life and the world's life and the collective. So don't feel like you have to be moving forward a lot at the moment. This is very much an observation space, and that's okay too. We actually require that in our world from time to time. It's not always about go, 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 or slow, stop, go hide. No, it's kind of like that in-betweeny phase. So enjoy that one, because it's quite fun to watch, and watching all of the entanglements disappear. Enjoy. Okie dokie. Back to you, Yele, 73. Oh dear. Love addict. My love for you is intoxicating. It makes me feel all giddy, but I can feel it's becoming a crutch by which I'm basing my happiness. Like any addiction, I need to hold it away, to reevaluate it, to only sample it, not devour the whole lot in one gulp, leaving nothing but an empty memory. Right. Yele. So what if you don't have to hold back? What if you can proudly say, yeah, I'm a love addict, and you know what? It's fucking great. And what if you were to allow all of that beautiful energy to flow from the base all the way up, out and around? What if you really dove into your sensuality and your feminine? What practices could you bring into your everyday life that really help you dive in? Yes. You ate all the love and now your belly's full. Yes, but we can we can definitely remember that unconditional love is unconditional and it's infinite. How beautiful is that? Are you willing to be that space of unconditional love? Or are you just trying to eat it all because you're afraid that it's going to run away and disappear on you? Good questions, huh? That was a fun one. Hope that helps. And Katrina. Yeah, I know. Let it flow. It has to. That's the only way we're going to stay up in the 5D as a collective if we actually allow the unconditional love to flow through us every single moment of the day. Not just sometimes, not when we're just in meditation, not when we're just in group and circle work, not when we're, doing energy healing work. It's every moment of every day. Are you being the space of unconditional love? That was my ask two new moons ago. Was I wish to love unconditionally with reckless abandonment. That was my ask. It still is my ask. And it's something that is sitting very deeply with me of how can I be in this space of unconditional love? Still have all the potency, have my boundaries, be honoring of myself and the people around me, do all the things that I require to do, but also not be in the space of judgment. Because when you're in unconditional love, judgment doesn't exist. Cannot. And of course, unconditional love and gratitude go hand in hand. So that's always a nice thing to do too. Okie dokie, Katrina. Number 4. Oh, down to the single digits. Nice. Oh. Katrina, you got grandmothers. Grandmothers are the role models for their grandchildren. They teach the children their knowledge and skills. They don't have to be the ones to discipline the children, but they have the job of giving lots of love. The things which they teach their grandchildren will stay with them always, from that little piece of advice to how to lick a plate in style. The wonderful thing about grandmothers is that they can be so different. One might stay home and bake, while the other might be out running a marathon. But both love their grandchildren just as much. The love from one grandmother can never be compared. It is very unique and will remain that way forever. Katrina, your grandmother is close. She sees you. She's hearing you. It's like as soon as I opened that, it was like I just wanted to, my eyes got wet with love for you. So whatever it is that is going on in your world right now, your grandma's really, really, really close by. And she's just wrapping you up with so much love. So feel free to talk with her. Feel free to let her know that you've heard that she's around. Okay. Yes, I know. This is what I'm saying, but she's here. Like she's stepping in really close right now. So there's something either on the horizon. If things aren't funky at the moment, there's possibly some stuff that's going to shift and change in your world significantly over the next little bit. So she's stepping in to go, I'm here with you, and I'm here for you. And it's okay. You're going to be okay. All right. So just be aware of that. And oh gosh, yeah. enjoy her because she's got some things to share with you. So I would, I don't know how well you speak with the entities, the passed over loved ones. There's a couple of different things that you could do. One of them being that you can ask her to come to you in your sleep and give you the messages that she has for you in your sleep. You can ask her to do that. You can ask her to step forward when you're in meditation, if you do meditation. You can, when you're in the shower, is another time that you can ask, because water is a really great conductor of energy, and energy being also from the entities as well. So you can messages to come through to you while you're in the shower, or the bath is another beautiful place. Obviously, you're completely surrounded by water. And if you know how to do intuitive writing, that's another time that you could ask for her messages to come through. Okay, because she has a lot to share with you, that she doesn't want to share this way from me through, but she does wish to share it with you directly. But it was like, just let her know I'm here and that she can talk with me. And that was the message that I had to give you tonight. Okay. You're very, very welcome. All righty. I hope you all have an absolutely amazing night. And weekend. What are you all doing for the weekend? Oh, intuitive writing. Okay. So intuitive writing is where you're kind of in meditation space, like you just sort of drop down, and I'm not sure if you know, it's okay. So one of the ways to tap into the intuitive writing space is either in meditation or going through this expanding out process that I'll show you. I do it throughout my podcasts generally, normally in the morning and at night, but well, at the start and at the end, but it depends on what the flow of energy is for the day. And then what you have is in front of you is a piece of paper or a good size, at least A4 size, or maybe A3 is even better, like a big book journal, like a artist sketch pad type thing. And you just have that with you. You have a pen in your hand or a pencil or something like that, some kind of writing tool. And you don't really have your eyes open, but just enough, if you wish, to be able to make sure you can see where your writing is going. You unfocus your eyes, you relax your body, and you just let your hand write whatever comes out. So the best way to do it is on unlined paper, so that you're not confined by any lines or anything like that. So what happens is you'll end up doing things like you might just draw random lines. You might have random words that come through at the beginning while you're gaining strength and practice on intuitive writing. You might find that you'll draw little pictures and they won't necessarily make sense. Don't try to make sense of it while you're in that intuitive writing space. You can set a timer for, say, 15, 20 minutes and just let your arm move. Let your body work with the page. And you can ask for, in this case, your grandmother to move your hand. You can ask her to channel through you and onto the paper. And that's one of the ways we can do intuitive writing. We can also do that not just obviously for our grandmothers, but we can use that with our spirit teams as well. If there's messages that our spirit teams wish to get through to us, they can come through in word form. They can come through as light language in this way. You'll know light language when you see it. It'll look like funny squiggles, but you'll sort of look at it and go, that looks like a language that I don't know. unless you do. But it sort of looks a little bit, dare I say, Arabic, but it's not, but you might find that you'll have random squiggles on your page, and then you'll go, I wonder what that means. Then you can ask for clarity afterwards. You can actually tap in with your team again and just go, okay, team, please show me, what does this mean? Because I don't know cognitively right now. Please show me. And you'll get the awareness of what it is. Depending on where your clairaudience skills are at, you might hear it, you might feel it. If you've got your clairsentient skills a bit stronger, it just depends on where your clairs are at. Okay. So yeah, it's a really fun tool to use. I started practicing with it when I was doing my diploma in holistic counseling. So yeah. Kate, I see many signs and synchronicities, but how do you really understand angel or spirit messages, as in what are they actually trying to say to you? Oh, Kate, if I really knew that, I would be a freaking millionaire, because you know what? They speak in riddles a lot. And the best way I have found is to use different tools, like in my questioning of what does this mean and what would this create. I use things like my light and heavy tool. I use my muscle testing tools. I use my pussy awareness tools to sort of see whether what's coming through is relevant for me or not. I will Google it sometimes. So say angel numbers and things like that, I'll sometimes Google those, because I'm like, I don't know, trying to tell me I've seen this number, but I don't know what that means. It's obviously significant because it's like really standing out for me. So I will honor that and I will do some research. That's the beautiful thing about the internet these days, is that we can get so much information. But again, you've got to be discerning with what you're seeing, and just test your body as to whether it's actually true for you or not. And as you practice, the more research you do, the easier it becomes. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, signs and synchronicities are fun, aren't they? It's like, oh, wow. Like beautiful things, like you're having a really crappy day and all of a sudden you see a massive, huge rainbow and you're like, and suddenly everything seems to be good again. Or at least your heart's a little bit lighter. Or you're going through a lot of shifts and changes in your world and suddenly you see repeating numbers over and over again and it's like, okay. Or you might see a number plate on a car and kind of it stands out more than the others. It's like, oh, what's that about? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, so let's drop into a little bit of a healing meditation space. And today I'm actually going to take you guys through a little bit of tapping into your divine intuition, and so that you can open the heart space a little bit more and connecting in through from top to bottom to base. All right, so take a big deep breath in, and now letting that breath out, relaxing the body. Take another big deep breath in, relaxing your shoulders and your chest and your belly and your back. Allowing all those tensions to disappear and dissipate out of your body. Take another big deep breath in, this time bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. And as you breathe out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down through your body. and out your feet, flowing through to Mother Earth. Bringing Mother Earth energy and unconditional love all the way up through your body. And now breathing and letting Father Sky energy and the gratitude for everything and everyone move all the way down through your body. Beautiful. And now expanding out your awareness out beyond the size of the room that you're in a big, beautiful bubble. Expanding out your awareness beyond the size of the building that you're in, up into the sky, down into the earth. Expanding out your awareness beyond the size of the planet that you're in, and now beyond the size of the solar system and the galaxies and the universes and beyond wherever you've been before, expanding out as far as you would like to go. And now keeping your awareness nice and expanded out, focus on your body once again, grabbing your sense of allowance and expanding that out. Your allowance, of course, is the ability to perceive, know, and receive and be with no point of view. So instead of being that little pebble being pushed around at the bottom of a raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, opinions, points of views, and belief systems, you become the cloud, the light and fluffy cloud above the raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, emotions, belief systems, and points of views. You can just see them and see it for what it is. No point of view. Expanding out your allowance beyond the size of the room, beyond the size of the building in a big bubble, up into the sky, down into the earth, beyond the size of the country you're in, beyond the size of the planet, beyond the size of the solar system, the galaxies, the universes, and now beyond your awareness. Dropping into your body that little bit deeper. Take a big deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Just giving you another moment to take another big deep breath in. Breathe again. Just remembering Mother Earth coming all the way up through your body. And Father Sky coming all the way down. Feel how different your body feels now that you've expanded out. With being able to receive these beautiful energies of Earth and Father Sky. And now I'd like you to imagine that beautiful feminine Mother Earth energy is coming up your legs. Using the bright opalescent light of unconditional love coming up through your legs. And now it gently tickles your base chakra. Just tickling that base chakra open, enlivening that beautiful red energy, allowing it to fill the area of the base chakra so that you become as glowing as a neon light. And any little points of views, belief systems, emotions, thoughts, trauma that is stuck within your base chakra, allow the unconditional love to flow through and clear all that away for you as much as you're willing to choose. Moving the unconditional love up to your beautiful orange chakra, your sacral chakra, which is sort of about the uterus belly button area, sort of low belly. And again, that beautiful unconditional love, that opalescent light is tickling the orange awake, alive, so it can now function fully and completely. And as that happens, the base chakra is getting really excited because it's having more friends to come and play. Moving your unconditional love light coming up through to the solar plexus. Lovely yellow. Again, tickling that all the way open. Any of those blocks that have been preventing any of that energy, any of this solar plexus energy from being beautiful and open and shining bright yellow all across the planet. Let all of those energies go now. Let the unconditional love transmute them into beautiful positive energy for you. And now moving that unconditional love all the way up through to your heart, beyond and through any blocks like they don't exist, up to your heart, to your beautiful green heart chakra, allowing that to open, filling up your entire chest, feeling the warmth of the first 3 chakra coming all the way up to your heart chakra, bringing balance to your heart chakra area, inspiring your heart chakra to be open, letting go of any of the shock, trauma, heartache that you may have taken on and then shut down your beautiful heart. Your first 3 chakras plus the unconditional love is now allowing all of that to be dissipated. If at this point you feel like your body wishes to move a little bit, maybe you wish to sort of wiggle your body, please allow it to do that. Let your body move that energy through. Coming up, that bringing that beautiful unconditional love up through to your throat area, your blue throat chakra. Opening that out so that you can now speak your truth and bringing those beautiful energies all the way up from your base, all the way up through your heart. You can speak your truth with kindness, compassion. It's not necessarily about losing your crappers at people. That can happen when you're just getting used to this new space. And that's okay. But just know that something else is possible. You can communicate yourself, your heart's desires, your pussy desires, your sensual desires, if you prefer, from a place of empowerment, of kindness, of compassion, of consideration, of consent, of honoring, of trust. And you can do this with total ease. Now we're going to move up through to our third eye. A beautiful indigo chakra. The unconditional love is now just flowing over, through and around. Just opening that out as much as you desire to. Letting go of any pain, shock, trauma, as much as you would be wishing to. All the spaces and places where you feel blocked and not being able to see with confidence into your future, This is the time when you can truly release that if you wish. Let it go up to Creator, down to Mother Earth, up to Father Sky, or just let it go into the unconditional love light. And now perceive those beautiful energies, the red and the orange and the yellow and the green and the blue, flowing all the way up through your face, past your ears, through your eyes, up through and around beautiful third eye chakra. Watch as your third eye chakra becomes crystal clear, and all of the old things that have kept you from seeing the truth are now being washed away by your very own magic, your own flow. Now moving up to the crown chakra, that gorgeous violet. And perceive all of those other energies, the unconditional love just going through and just cleaning up that entire chakra, surrounding it, opening, cleansing, clearing, and clarifying it with total ease. Because as each chakra has opened and become part of this party, it gains strength. Beautiful. And now, of course, we require to go to the 8th chakra, which is a little way above your head. And it's a beautiful crystal clear chakra. So your 8th chakra is your divine connection to the collective, to the crystalline layers, to the collective, to the source. And now all of those beautiful chakra energies are going up through that and being added to and amplified by your 8th chakra, which is now flowing it all out like a big, beautiful fountain of chakra energy all around you. See the colors just in a big bubble all around you, flowing up through your feet, all the way up through to the crown and beyond, and then flowing all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, back to your feet again, coming up through your body. And wherever your arms flow with that, just please let it just flow. Oh. And now as these beautiful chakra energies, all of that is just nice and clear. I'd like to now invite you to tap in to your most biggest desired wish for your body this year. Do you desire to have more love? Do you desire to have more intimacy? Do you desire to really just enjoy your body for the beautiful gift that it is? Whatever that is for you, please don't bring any judgment into this space. No judgment. What do you desire for your beautiful, gorgeous, incredible, potent, amazing body this year? We are at a very potent and powerful time. We are halfway through the year. What do you desire? Do you wish to receive more hugs and kisses and be adored by someone? Or someone's by many people? That's okay too. You choose what works for you. And now, as you ponder on this ask, have a look and see within your chakras, truth, does this ask match my base chakra? Does it match my sacral chakra? Are there any points there where feels like it's a little bit wonky? And whatever there is, just pull those wonky bits out, place them in front of you, and now allow the unconditional love to float them away. Float them away to Mother Earth or Father Sky to be transmuted into some other forms of energy. All of those fears, giving whatever your ask is, moving up through your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown. This is about seeing if you are in alignment with your ask. If you are not in alignment, your ask will not come. Just giving you a little moment here. Beautiful. And now with that, I'd like you to take that ask in your hands, excuse me, and place it into your heart where it can grow and expand. At the moment, it can go into the deepest parts of your heart, where it is going to go into a little bit of quiet, into the depths of the warmth of the dark, where it is creating and generating the energy at the moment, bringing that energy within, because that is the cycle of the moon right now. It's pulling that energy within. So that is what your ask is going to be doing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Keep pulling it in. And now rub your heart area with your hand, as if you're covering over the soil of your heart, the seed of your ask. Pat it lightly. And now take a big deep breath in and breathing out. Bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body once again. And as you're breathing Mother Earth energy, it is watering the seeds of your ask. And as you bring Father Sky all the way down, Father Sky is bringing you the warmth and the sunshine all the way down through your body into your feet and beyond. One more breath in. And out. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And when you're ready, you may open eyes. That was yum. Yum, 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 yum. How does we get any luckier than that? That was a really yummy. I never know where we're going to go with those things, by the way. Hope you're still awake, or maybe not. Let me know in the chat. How did you go with that? I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm happy to wait just a little bit. So for those of you who follow along for Tasty Tuesdays, you'll notice that we haven't had any guests for a couple of weeks, and that's because of everything that's going on with the moving and all the things. So Tasty Tuesdays is actually having a break until mid-August. So that'll be when the guests will be popping back up again for you to enjoy and to connect with. And I'm looking forward to seeing, the guests that have booked in already and having good chats with them when I'm settled into my new space, which is happening at the end of the month. So I'll be here in this space for a couple more weeks, and then we may end up taking a week off. So hopefully not, but we'll have to wait and see. I love you guys so much. It's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave you. And I don't want to not be here for a week. But, these things happen. So I'm glad that you enjoyed that. You're so, so welcome. It was my absolute pleasure. And I hope that all of your asks, whatever they were, that they come to full fruition for you. And of course, you can use that process whenever you like, and you can place whatever asks in your heart. True, Melinda. You've got to do what you got to do. Oh, goodness. You guys have got lots of energy moving today. That's cool. Alrighty, my beautiful ones. I hope you have an absolutely brilliant week. Remember to be kind and caring and nourishing to yourself over this next week. There's going to be some big energies up and about, so just take it easy out there. Remember to expand out when you're driving so that you can create some space around you so that people are not, even if people are driving stupid crazy, like you're not going to get wound up in any of their muckiness. All right. So until I see you next time, be bold, be brave, be you, my beautiful ones. Get out there, do something tasty for yourself, and I'll see you next time.